Hi family, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Felicia Mufa and in today's video we are currently reading a story called Divorce Prescription. So if you are new to this channel and you just click the video, thank you so much for clicking this video and thank you because you are not going to regret clicking this video because you are going to love this story. It's an interesting story which revolves around Adam Alvarez and Celine Tate, and I believe you're gonna resonate with the story because it's actually resonates with our daily lives as in relationship and in marriages. Although I believe whatever Celine Tate went through shouldn't be normalized. And if you are and if you're an old subscriber, thank you for coming back. I really do appreciate you guys. I really do appreciate you. I don't take you guys for granted. Thank you so much. Anyways, if you really want to read the whole story, if you want to go ahead of me, you can actually download the Webfic app and search for divorce prescription and you'll get the full story there. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, what are you waiting for? It doesn't cost a thing to subscribe to a channel. It's so cheap. So please do subscribe to this channel so that anytime I upload a new video, you get notified immediately. So the last time we ended at chapter 79, but whilst I was filming, um, I noticed that my camera wasn't actually turned on. I was just talking and talking. So the time I realized I've already almost ended the 79, but so I'm going to continue from there again. I'm going to continue from there. So when the word mom slipped from his lips, I think it's her because we are referring to Celine here. Adam felt a surge of relief that no one else had witnessed the moment. He had a reputation to maintain. After all, he had never done anything so absurd in his life. Thankfully, his soothing words seemed to calm Celine. She nestled into his embrace. She clutched tightly around his waist and drifted back to sleep. Adam couldn't help but feel she was truly clinging. Lowering his gaze, he noticed she wasn't crying anymore, but her long lashes still glistened with moisture, which was truly endearing. He chuckled softly. I'm not your mom, I'm your dad. Come on, Celine, call me dad. But Celine was sleeping soundly and offered no response. Adam wrapped his arm around her shoulder and fell asleep. The next day, Celine opened her eyes. Outside the morning light was brilliant, and the warm sunlight had already filled the room. It was the early morning of the second day. Celine wanted to get up, but upon moving, she sensed something was amiss. A strong and warm arm was holding her delicate shoulders, and she was sleeping in someone else's arms. She paused for a second before looking up and finding Adam's handsome face next to her. Adam hadn't slept on the couch last night. Instead, he had slept in the bed. She was sleeping in his arms. What was going on? Why was he sleeping there? Adam was still asleep. She relaxed her body slowly, unlike the foul, repulsive scent that lingered on Larry. Adam's scent was clean, warm, and luxurious. He smelled so good that it would make any woman covet him, yearning for his body. Celine stared at his handsome face before slowly raising her small hand. Her delicate fingers gently and tentatively touched his strong jaw. He was clean, shaven, but her fingers brushed against a layer of tiny stubble. The roughness pricked her fingers, a sharp tingling sensation. Just then, Adam stared, his eyes slowly opening. He was awake. Celine quickly pulled her hand back like a child caught doing something wrong. She swiftly got out of his arms and sat up. She then immediately confronted him. Adam, why are you in my bed? Adam had just woken up, his black eyes still heavy with sleep. He looked at her with amusement. Celine, don't you remember what happened last night? She really didn't remember. She recalled taking a shower and going to bed early. What happened last night? Celine asked, still confused. You insisted on sleeping with me and even called me uncle. Adam replied with a teasing smile. What? Celine's clear eyes widened in shock as she stared at him. You are lying. She grabbed a pillow and threw it at his face, trying to shut him up. She knew she wouldn't do so, but Adam easily turned his head. Guys, I didn't want to edit this video much, so I just wanted to film and just film and but it seems like my camera is on and off. I have to press it for it to on again. And I'm really not liking it at all. As I'm talking to you, it have on and off again. She grabbed a pillow and threw it at his face, trying to shut him up. She knew she wouldn't do so, but Adam easily turned his head, dodging it. He then reached out, grabbed her slender wrist, and yanked her toward him. Celine's delicate body landed directly on his chest. He raised an eyebrow, his mature charm evident as he spoke. Call me uncle. Celine's small face instantly turned bright red. What kind of twisted humor was this? She shot him an angry glare, pushed him away, and quickly tried to get up. But before she could, a strong pull yanked her back toward him. Her hair had gotten caught on the button of his pajama. Ah, my hair, she cried out. Celine quickly tried to untangle her hair. So this is where chapter 79 ends. We are going to chapter 80. Celine's frantic movements only made things worse. The more she struggled, the tighter her hair tangled around the button. She switched her position, pulling at her hair with increased urgency. Just then, Adam's low, slightly hoarse voice sounded above her. Celine. He was calling her name. With a sharp tug, she finally snapped the strand of her hair and freed herself. She sat upright and replied, What is it? Adam looked at her. Was that intentional? It was only then that Celine realized something was off. To untangle her hair, she had ended up sitting astride him. Her mind went blank. Adam's firm, sculpted waist was directly beneath her. His sharp eyes grew red, a fiery intensity flashing through them. Beneath his silk pajamas, the muscles of his chest and abdomen tightened visibly. His large hands gripped her delicate waist firmly, his voice rough. I'm sorry, guys. I have to be pressing my phone every second because my other device I used to film is off. I didn't charge it. And this one, every second it goes off and I have to on it again. Get off. Celine's fair cheeks blushed as her disheveled hair framed her face. Her wide, deer-like eyes betrayed her frustrated state. The air between them grew stifling, and the atmosphere was thick with unspoken tension. Suddenly, a melodic ringtone broke the silence. Adam's phone lit up on the nightstand. Celine glanced up and saw Carly's name flashing on the phone screen. Adam was still lying on the bed beneath Celine. He raised a hand to cover the faint redness at the corners of his eyes. The gesture added an unintentional charm to his refined and handsome features. He picked up his phone and answered the call. Carly. Carly's call shattered the lingering warmth and intimacy in the air. The flash on Celine's cheek vanished in an instant. Flustered, she scrambled off Adam. Adam tossed the blanket aside and got out of bed. On the other end of the line, Carly's cheerful voice rang out. Adam, are you up yet? Distracted, Adam replied with a nonchalant hum. Adam watched as Celine bolted for the bathroom, her steps frantic and clumsy in her haste to escape. He had been awake the moment she stirred, but he didn't open his eyes. When her delicate fingers tentatively traced his jawline, he felt it all. He knew she was scared too much. He knew she was scared to touch him, but couldn't resist. Adam, Adam, are you even listening to me? Carly's voice snapped him back to the conversation. What is it? Adam asked, his tone now focused. I've invited a few friends over today. Come join us. Carly invited him to Tate Manor. Adam declined. I have a management meeting today. I need to be at the office. Carly sounded disappointed but didn't press. All right, then work hard. After ending the call, Adam glanced down at his pants, a faint shadow of frustration crossing his chiseled features. Why is he frustrated now? Whenever Celine was involved, he felt a strange physical attraction he couldn't explain. He couldn't understand why, despite not liking Celine, he kept having such inexplicably different feelings toward her. Adam stepped into the adjacent bathroom and took a cold shower to calm himself. When he came out, Leo had already arrived. Mr. Alvarez. Adam had regained his usual composure and aloof demeanor. He parted his lips and instructed, Have someone investigate Larry. Leo asked, Mr. Alvarez, do you mean Mrs. Alvarez's adoptive father? Adam nodded. Larry served a 10-year sentence. Find out the details of the case. I want to know why he was in prison. Chapter 81. When Celine stepped out of the bathroom, Adam was already gone. He was likely summoned away by Carly's call. She curled her lips in self-mockery. Just then her phone rang. It was Lucy. Celine picked up the call. Lucy said warmly, Carly has invited some friends over today. Why don't you join us? Since when was Lucy so kind? Celine's voice was calm. All right, I'll head over now. Ruben got the news and rushed over immediately. Celine, I don't trust Lucy. That scumbag Larry is out of prison. Is out of prison. Are you sure you want to go to the Tate Manor? Celine remained composed. There's something I need to confirm. That The Tate manor was bustling. Carly had invited several of her friends, including Benjamin and a few wealthy heirs from the social circle. Benjamin's expression darkened the moment he saw Celine. Celine, what are you doing here? Carly answered with a bright smile. Benjamin, I invited her. Carly, why would you do that? We don't want to hang out with her. Benjamin clearly disliked Celine. After filming this chapter, I'm going to charge the other device and use it to film. Celine wasn't angry at all. She blinked her long eyelashes and looked at Benjamin, the little tyrant of the group, smiling faintly. She said, I don't want to play with a rookie either. Benjamin was exasperated. He wasn't a rookie, he was a pro. The shame of being crushed in their last gaming match still haunted him. He shot his feet. Celine, let's see if you dare play another match with me. Celine raised her brow. Oh, I'm busy. Benjamin nearly exploded. You? Ruben couldn't help laughing aloud. It seemed like, aside from Adam, the only person Benjamin couldn't handle was Celine. She believed that one day Celine would have him completely the thumb, under her thumb. Just then, Lucy appeared and announced, Celine, you're here. Since everyone is gathered, I would like to introduce someone to you all. Larry stepped into the room and stood before everyone. Lucy smiled and said, this is Celine's adoptive father from the countryside. Benami and the others stared at Larry. Ben, is this really Celine's adoptive father? Why is he a one-eyed man? Benami sniffed. It looks like Celine never had a good background. She's not good enough for Adam. So Celine's gaze turned icy as the scene unfolded. She finally understood Lucy and Carly's plan. They had brought Larry here today to torment her. Larry walked toward her, reaching out as if to embrace her. Celine, it's me. Before he could get closer, Ruby stepped in front of Celine. She spat coldly. Stay away from her, you scum. Don't you dare lay a filthy hand on her. Larry froze, adopting a pitiful demeanor. Celine, I'm your adoptive father. I raised you in the countryside. Now that you are married into a wealthy family and living a good life, you decided to cut ties with me. Are you ashamed of me now? Carly seized the opportunity. Celine, that's not right. He's your adoptive father after all. You should bring him home and take care of him properly. Celine fixed her eyes on Larry, who let a vile grin slip beneath his humble mask. It was as if he were silently taunting her that she could never get rid of him, no matter what. Chapter 82. Larry put on a pitiful expression. Celine, I shouldn't have come looking for you and embarrass you. As long as you are doing well, that's enough for me. I'll head back to the countryside now. He turned to leave. Wait, Benjamin called out to him. Larry stopped in his tracks. Benjamin turned to Celine, his tone filled with anger. Celine, are you even a human? He's your adoptive father and you refuse to acknowledge him. The other worthy hairs shared the same sentiment. The other wedding hairs shared the same sentiment, growing even more disgusted with Celine. Celine, not only are you from a poor background, you are also so selfish and cold-blooded. You look down on the poor and favor the rich. How could Mr. Alvarez marry someone like you? You are a stain on, on his reputation. The room erupted with accusations directed at Celine. Standing beside Benjamin, Carly smiled in satisfaction. Ruby wanted to speak up, but Celine put her back. At this moment, Lucy stepped forward, feigning sincerity as she looked at Celine. Celine, you are indeed in the wrong. Larry is your adoptive father. You should take him back home. Lucy and Carly were confident that Celine wouldn't expose Larry's wrongdoings. Most people who had suffered such harm would choose to stay silent, swallowing the pain. This was Lucy's cunning plan. She wanted Larry to torment Celine for the rest of her life, trapping her in darkness forever. Celine's clear eyes fell on Lucy's face. You brought him here, didn't you? Lucy stayed silent. Celine's lips curved into a cold smile, one that didn't reach her eyes. So you've known everything all along. Lucy had abandoned her in the countryside, turning a blind eye for a moment. Celine had thought Lucy didn't know what happened to her. But today she was certain. Lucy had known everything, the hardships, the suffering. Reuben trembled with rage as she glared at Lucy. So you knew everything, and you still brought this scum back here. What kind of mother are you? You are just biased. You are worse than an animal. Karma will get you, you wretched old hag. Lucy's face darkened as Reuben pointed and cursed her. Carly stepped forward. Celine, how would you not acknowledge your adoptive father? Benjamin and the other wealthy hairs surrounded Celine, siding with Carly. Celine, you've gone too far. Celine's eyes shimmered with a sharp cold light. Reuben, let's go. Reuben shot them a glare before following Celine out. Carly felt pleased. She turned to Benjamin. Benjamin, what's up with Celine? Her adoptive father raised her and she doesn't even show a shred of gratitude. Sorry, guys. Benjamin looked disgusted. Carly, you are too kind. If Celine were even a fraction as good as you, things would be different. I would tell Adam and Nate about this. They will surely despise her too. Carly's lips curled into a smile. Benjamin, you are the best. He laughed. I can't wait to celebrate your wedding with Adam. He then left with the rest of them. Carly felt content. Her goal for the day was accomplished. Lucy glanced at Lucy. Sorry, Lucy glanced at Larry, who was still staring lecturously in the direction Celine had gone. This man has such a dirty mind. Hmm. She smiled and said, Larry, if you are so obsessed with Celine, why not find a way to make her yours? Don't tell me you are incapable. You are incapable. After all, she blinded one of your eyes 10 years ago. So this woman is actually suggesting he molested or something like that. Larry sneered, I'll make her pay for this eye. Don't worry. She has something in my hands. She won't dare disobey me. Chapter 83. Larry had left. Carly linked arms with Lucy and asked, Mom, what kind of leverage does Larry have on Celine? Lucy smiled. Carly, that's not something you need to worry about. Just know that Celine is no match for you. She will end up as nothing more than Larry's plaything. Carly Smith. To her, Celine was a mere girl from the countryside. She was only suited for someone like Larry. How could she possibly deserve the title of Mrs. Alvarez? Mom, you are amazing, Carly praised. Lucy's eyes gleamed. Carly, your dad hasn't been home for several nights now. Why don't you call him and get him to come back? So this is what everything she does is for this. Oh my God. He listens to you the most. Hayden really spoiled Carly like a little princess. He would do whatever she wanted him to do. Carly nodded. Okay, Mom, I'll call him right now and make sure he comes home. Hmm. Carly took out her phone and called Hayden. Lucy felt at ease. Without Celine in her ways, happiness was finally within reach. But Celine is not even competing with you. She's not even in rivalry with you because she's not even interested in this Hayden that you're so crazy about that you're trying to impress with Carly. Oh, come on. In the CEO's office of Alvarez Group, Adam sat in his black leather chair. So everything about Adam is black, just like his aura. Mm. Nathan had come to visit. He took a sip of coffee, lazily leaning against the desk. Adam, I came here today because I have a question for you. Holding pen in hand, Adam continued reviewing documents. A faint smile played on his lips. What could possibly be troubling you? That's rare. Nathan raised an Nathan raised an eyebrow. Adam, give me some advice. How would I pursue Celine? He was asking him how to win Celine's heart. Adam paused, his hand holding the pen momentarily still. Adam, you've been with Celine long enough. You know what she likes and wants. You must have some idea of how to win her over. Adam put the pen down and looked at Nathan. Nathan, as your good friend, let me be honest. You and Celine aren't a good match. Who is Adam to decide that? Why? Nathan asked. Celine, she's from the countryside. She's uneducated and jobless. At least, at best, she's just a pretty face. She has flaws. Nathan looked at Adam without saying anything. Adam looked back at him. What are you staring at me for? Nathan raised an eyebrow. Adam, we've known each other since we were in the womb. This is the first time I've seen you speak so harshly about a girl. Adam, that's so uneducated of you. That's so, how do I say it? Or is it unmannered or how do okay, let's take it like that. Adam pursed his lips slightly at his words. How shameless of you, Adam. Adam Alvarez. With his upbringing and manners, he rarely spoke ill of anyone. Even when Nathan had dated a model, Adam had kept his opinions to himself. But his reaction to Celine was different. Nathan's gaze sharpened. Adam, don't tell me you are trying to keep Celine for yourself. Have you fallen for her? Huh. Someone finally asked the question. Adam chuckled, lightly dismissing the thought. How could that be? How could he fall for Celine? That was impossible. Nathan nodded. I guess you are right. You've been with Carly for so many years, so you must be planning to marry her. Adam's handsome face remained calm and emotionless, but he gave a faint nod and replied, Yeah. Of course, he's always emotionless. So let's go to chapter 84. Adam was set on Adam was set on marrying Carly. Thinking about it, Nathan pursuing Celine wasn't impossible, but the idea his good friend getting involved with his ex-wife didn't sit right with him. So, any tips? What does Celine like? Nathan pressed. Adam didn't know what Celine liked either. He had never bought her a gift, but he did recall an incident when Carly had just returned from abroad. She had she had her eye on a Chanel bag, and Adam had asked Leo to buy it. The bag had been sent to Luz Garden where Celine had seen it. Celine had been delighted, her eyes lighting up as she smiled at him. This bag is beautiful. It seems she really liked that bag. She likes Chanel bags, Adam said. What a damn ass. Nathan grinned. Bags? Huh? That's easy. That's easy, thanks. Just then, Benjamin walking. Adam, Nate, you are both here. Nathan turned to Benjamin. Benjamin, weren't you at Tate Manor? Nathan turned to Benami. Benami, weren't you at Tate Manor? Yeah, I ran into Celine and her adoptive father. Listen, here, guys. Celine refused to acknowledge her adoptive father. Can you imagine? She's that ungrateful. Benjamin proceed to recount everything that had happened at Tate Manor. That guy is just like a newborn baby. Nate, I can't believe you are interested in someone like Celine. Now you see her true colors, a vain, shallow woman who despises the poor and craves wealth. Nathan furrowed his brows and looked at Adam. Adam, what's going on between Celine and her adoptive father? Adam paused for a moment before replying, I'm not sure. Nathan frowned. Benjamin, sometimes what you see isn't the whole truth. I don't believe Celine is that kind of person. There must be some misunderstanding between them, guys. That is why I love Nathan so much. Trust me, the guy is so wise. He's so mature. He's well mannered. He's well cultured. I mean, just look at how he defended Celine, even in her absence. He's so wise to know that sometimes you don't judge the book by its cover. You need to open. Even the first page, you might not get to know the book. You have to read to maybe the middle before you'll be able to know what the content in the book. You may be able to understand. Even when you're writing a book, there are stages, there are procedures, just like writing um, an essay. So when you're reading to, you need to read to a certain level before you actually understand the story or the content in the book. So that's why I like Nathan. Adam is so dumb. He's a dumbass. Misunderstanding Nate. Are you seriously still defending her? She must have blinded you. Adam, you should talk some sense into him. Benami was furious. He thought Nathan would distance himself from Celine once he knew about this. Benami was furious. He thought Nathan would. Okay, I'm going back. Adam's dark eyes gave nothing away. He didn't say anything. Celine returned to Alvarez's residence. Mary was sitting on the couch, waiting for her. Celine, you're back. Alfred, bring soup. Bring the soup. She instructed. Alfred brought the soup and handed it to Celine. Mrs. Alvarez, Senior, asked us to prepare specially for you. Please have it while it's warm. Celine sat down on the couch, smiling sweetly. Thank you, Grandma. Mary beamed. Celine, is everything settled with your adoptive father? I was thinking of inviting him for dinner tomorrow. After all, we are family. After all, we are family. We are family now. We must show some courtesy. Celine's eyelashes fluttered slightly. Grandma, don't worry about my adoptive father. Mary chided her gently. You can't say that. He's your adoptive father after all. Just then, a maid came over. Mrs. Alvarez, someone just delivered a box for you. Celine took the box. Who was it from? The maid replied, they said it's from your adoptive father. Larry has sent Celine a box. Mary said, Celine, why didn't your adoptive father come in to sit for a while? Harry, open the box and see what he sent. Celine opened the box to find a photograph. It was a photo from her childhood. She was taking a bath when Larry barged in and snapped the photo. Celine had quickly grabbed a towel to cover herself, concealing the most critical areas, but her bare shoulders, legs, and arms were exposed. Her wet hair clung to her delicate face, and her wide eyes were full of fear in the dark environment. Were full of fear in the dark environment. The image could easily appeal to the crowd, to the wrong crowd. Celine, is that a photo your adoptive father sent? Let me have a look. Mary reached for the photo, but she didn't manage to get it. Of course, now why would Celine show her such a photo? So we are going to chapter 85. Celine quickly returned the photo to the box, saying, Grandma, this is a photo from when I was little. It's too ugly to show you. Mary chuckled as she withdrew her hand. My dear Celine, how could you ever be ugly? Alfred chimed in, absolutely not. Celine smiled at the warm exchange between Mary and Alfred. She lowered her head to take a spoonful of the soup. Just then, the maid's voice broke the silence. Mr. Alvarez. Celine looked up to see Adam walking in. Adam, you're back. Mary smiled warmly. Adam took off the steel jacket and handed to the maid before striding into the living room. Celine suddenly noticed something strange in her soup, as if it had something it has something added to it. Grandma, did you add something to this soup? It tastes a bit odd. Mary raised an eyebrow. Did you notice? I had some fertility I had some fertility herbs added to it. Fertility herbs? Celine's eyes twitched slightly as she looked at the soup. She and Adam hadn't even consummated their marriage yet. So no matter how many fertility herbs she consumed, she wouldn't get pregnant. Grandma, Mary took Celine's hand. Her voice filled with concern. Celine, you and Adam should start thinking about having children. I'm getting older, and my biggest wish now is to hold a great grandchild before I close my eyes. Seeing the hope and eagerness in Mary's eyes, Celine knew she would have to disappoint Mary. Hmm. Just then, Adam sat beside her and wrapped an arm around her shoulder. Grandma, Celine, the annoying man, can you imagine? He even have some nerve to talk. Grandma, Celine is still young. There's no rush for children. Celine look up look up at his handsome face. Was he putting the blame on her? Actually, Grandma, I made a mistake here. Actually, Grandma, I do want to have children. Adam clearly didn't expect Celine to say this. He looked down at her surprise. She wanted children. Celine winked playfully, her bright eyes full of mischief. But Adam has been so busy with work lately. Every time he comes back to the room, he's too exhausted to do anything. Why did what did she just say? Did she say he was too exhausted? Adam's face immediately darkened. Adam, you're young and already too exhausted. Mary sized him up from head to toe. No wonder you and Celine haven't made any progress in such a long time. Turns out the problem is with you. The problem is with Adam, Grandma. Adam quickly shook his head. It's not like that, Grandma. Tomorrow I'll have someone make you a soup for. Tomorrow I'll have someone make you a soup for fertility. You need to strengthen your body so you can give the Alvarez family a grandchild. Adam, give the Alvarez family grandchild. Adam, at a loss for words, could only stare in stone silence. Silence's lips curled in a mischievous grin. Just then, Adam shot a sharp look, clearly displeased with her. Back in her room, Celine opened the box again and took out the photo. The photo showed a helpless, suffocating young Celine. Just then, a melodious ringtone echoed through the room. Someone was calling Celine. Celine answered, and Larry's laughter immediately came through. Celine, you got the photo, right? He asked. Her expression turned cold. What do you want? I want money. Mr. Alvarez gave me 1 million before, but you took it back. Now you need to pay me. If you don't, this photo will be sent to Adam, to Mrs. Alvarez Sr., everyone and to everyone who knows you. What do you think they will say when they see it? Larry threatened. We are going to chapter 86. How much do you want? Celine asked. Larry could barely contain his greed as he declared $100 million. $100 million. Like the inconcomibility. I don't know where I learned that word. I think it's a Nigerian actor. I learned it from that man. The man is so hilarious. I learned it from him. The inconcomibility. I need to say the meaning of that word. I don't know if it's even if it's a word. Mm. How much do you want? Celine asked. Larry could barely contain his greed as he declared $100 million. Celine's mom mockingly asked as she laughed soundlessly. $100 million? You dream big, huh? Of course. Stop your nonsense. You have to deliver $100 million to me personally by tonight, or the entire Mercy will see your photo. I'll be waiting for you tonight. With that, Larry hung up the call. Celine gripped her phone tightly. Adam's voice rang from behind her. Were you on the phone with your adoptive father? Celine turned around to see Adam returning to his room. His gaze was fixated on the box in her hands. His his lanky figure cast a shadow before her as he said, Grandma said your adoptive father sent you a photo. What photo is that? Celine looked at him and wondered if she could tell him about her adoptive father. What could his reaction be if she told him about it? Celine replied, This photo is Her phone rang before she could finish what she wanted to say. This time it was Nathan who was calling. Celine answered the call, and Nathan said excitedly, "Come out quickly, Celine. I have a gift prepared for you." She frowned. "Mr. Lynch, I'm not available right now. I'm right outside Alvarez residence. If you don't come out, I'll come in." Celine compromised her stance immediately. "Don't come in, I'll come out." Adam looked at Celine. Adam looked at Celine and asked, "Was that Nathan?" Celine nodded. "Yes, I'll head out for a bit. I'll tell you about the photo later when I'm back." Celine exited Alvarez residence and saw Nathan's flamboyant red sports car on the driveway. He came out of his car looking as dashing as always, and pretty gift bag was in his hand. "This is the gift I want to give you, Celine." Nathan passed the gift back to Celine. Celine didn't take it. "What's this, Mr. Lynch?" Nathan took out a bag from the gift bag. "This is Chanel's newest bag. Do you like it?" Celine glanced at it and replied, "Thank you, Mr. Lynch, but I don't like it. I won't accept this gift." "You don't like it, but Adam said you like bags." Nathan was curious. Celine paused. "He said that?" "Yes, today. Adam said that you looked at a Chanel bag last time and said it looked beautiful." Celine was reminded of what had happened. Adam had just woken from his coma not long before at that time. It was her birthday that day and she saw the newest Chanel bag in the study. She thought Adam bought that for her as a birthday gift. She was really happy, so so she told him that the bag looked beautiful. She only found out later that he bought that bag for Carly when she saw Carly carrying it to one of her high teas with the other socialites. It turned out that she was delusional about an affection that never existed. It wasn't that she liked bags. She thought that was his gift to her, and that was why she liked it. He had never given her any gifts. She didn't expect Adam to think that she liked Chanel bags because of this. How iconic. Sorry, how ironic. This also reminds me that me, I don't even know what I like. I don't know if what I like bags, what I like shoes, or dress or clothes. I think every woman have a particular kind of beauty accessory that they like, whether it's bag or shoes. And I know some people will say I like bags. I know some people say they like shoes. And some people also say they like as jewelries, right? I don't know. I'm sweating. I'm really, really sweating. So I went on the fan. I'm charging my device, so I'm going to film the next chapters on that device. This one is giving me headache. Nathan didn't notice that something was awry as he continued. "I went to Adam's office today to ask him how I can pursue you. He told me you like bags, so I got someone to buy it. Tell me, Celine, what do you like?" Celine was surprised. Adam taught Nathan how to pursue her. Bitterness filled Celine's heart. "Mr. Lynch, I don't like anything. If I wanted these things, I could have a lot of them. I don't need all of you to give me gifts like this. Stop wasting time on me." Celine turned and left. When Celine got back into her room, she saw Adam standing on the balcony watching them from watching them from above. He turned around when he heard Celine enter and asked, "You didn't like the bag, Nathan? You didn't like the bag Nathan gave you?" This guy is so annoying, guys. If I was there, I would just slap this man for this this part. He really deserves slap. Celine should have slapped the hell out of this man, Adam Alvarez. Like, the man is just getting on my nerves. He annoys me. So let's go to chapter 87. I think we are going to end at this chapter and continue the next part. Adam saw everything from the balcony. He saw Nathan give Chanel's newest bag, but Celine didn't accept the gift. Celine looked at Adam and asked, "Were you the one who told Mr. Lynch that I like bags?" Adam cocked his perfectly groomed eyebrow. "Was I wrong? I remembered that you like them." Celine smiled faintly. "I don't like them. I like more expensive items like diamond necklaces or something." I You can get Mr. Lin to buy me a diamond necklace next time." Adam's face darkened. Their conversation ended unhappily abruptly like this. "What photo did your adoptive father send to you today?" Adam asked. Before they were interrupted, Celine had decided to tell Adam about the picture in Larry, but now she changed her mind. She replied faintly, "It's just a picture he took of me when I was young." Yes, you should show any picture to him. Adam wanted to know more. "Your adoptive father." Celine interrupted him and said, Mr. Alvarez, do you have too much time on your hands? If so, it will be better if you use that time to research how to make babies then." Dana was immediately reminded of her comments from before, and his face darkened. How I make babies is none of your business. You don't have to worry about it. Then he marched out of the room. Only Celine was left in the room. How he made babies was none of her business. It had always only been Carly's business. And so why is he there asking questions? Celine's face was a little pale. She recollected her thoughts and headed out as well. She was going to meet Larry. Slim made it to the pub. Larry had been partying there here for the past few days. In their luxury suite, Larry had a beautiful lady hanging onto each of his arms. The two ladies in his arms recognized Celine and said, "Why are you here again, pretty lady? Are you here to cause trouble again?" Larry glanced at Celine and her supple porcelain skin and guffawed. "Don't worry, she's here to give me money this time." In his dreams, in his wildest dreams. Larry wasn't surprised that Celine had shown up. He knew she would come. Celine's expression was icy as she gave the two escorts a side glance. Get out, you two. The two escorts refused to leave Larry's arms. "We want to stay with Mr. Slick." Larry lost interest in the two escorts in his arms immediately after Celine had arrived. Get out, all of you. I have company now." The two escorts left unwillingly since Larry was a general spender here. Larry looked at Celine and asked, "Where is the money I asked for?" Celine whipped out a check and passed it to Larry. Larry looked at the check and the amount of zeros on the amount section ignited a sparkle in his eyes. He had never seen so much money in his life before. He was rich. He was not a millionaire. You are so capable, Celine. I didn't think that you would be able to afford $100 million just like that after marrying Adam. Cut the nonsense. We have an agreement. Where is the photos? Where where is the photos negative? Larry looked pointedly at the counter in the suit. There was a box on the counter. The negative is inside. Slim walked to the box to open it and saw the negative in it. Suddenly, she was struck painfully on her nape. The sudden blow caused Celine to see stars as she collapsed onto the carpeted floor. Send that money to Larry for in exchange for those photos. I don't care. You should send the photos. Let the whole world see the photos. I don't care. I will not waste my 100 million on such a human being. Larry looked over with the check on his hand and stared at Celine greedily. "I want both money and you. Celine, you are mine now. Haha." Celine closed her eyes as darkness engulfed her. Adam was signing off documents in his study when Leo entered in a hurry. Leo said in a low voice, "Mr. Alvarez, I found out why Mrs. Alvarez's adoptive father was thrown in jail." Adam replied without looking up. "Speak." So, guys, this is where we will end with this part. So, I'm going to film the other part. I'm going to post this later on, and then later I'll post the one I'm about to film. But I want to ask, do you actually think it was necessary for Celine exchange $100 million? Guys, it would take you so many years to work to get this amount of money, unless maybe those women who are marrying rich men, they get divorced 3 months later, and then the man, those women, I mean. So, unless, I don't know, maybe you do drugs, or probably you scam people to get that amount, because coming up with $100 million is going to take a lot of work and effort, and it might even take years. And then you count $100 and give it to this crazy man called Larry in exchange for just a common photo of him, a photo he took of you whilst you were bathing, and you even covered yourself. Some parts were not showing, and it's not like you slept with him. So far as you know in your heart, you didn't sleep with this cycle, and so far as you know that you didn't take this picture, he took it. You could even report him to the police. Don't waste such amount of money on such people. Like I see a lot of videos on social media where some people will be threatening by some men. Like for instance, there was a time that Tiwa Savage ex-boyfriend threatened her with pictures of herself, and I really admire that woman. The way she told the man that, "Okay, go ahead." He told the man that, "Okay, go ahead and post those pictures. Go ahead and post those videos. I don't care. I'm not going to give you any money." Yes, like guys, we actually, I don't know how to say it. We actually give the devil some, this kind of people, we actually give them power. There's like someone works so hard and come up with $100 million, and then you want to take it just one day. You want to take it like that and enjoy it. and enjoy someone's hard labor just like that in one day by threatening them with pictures. I'll ask you to go ahead and post them. Go, post it. People will talk about it later, they'll forget it. Guys, even this man, Batazda or whatever his name is, this minister, this African minister who have slept with about Wahine women. Now nobody talks about it anymore, right? So they'll forget it. I will not waste my a money that you have worked so hard for. If I have that money, $100 million, and then you come and take it, I won't allow you to take it. Never. I also watched an interview of President Donald Trump, American president. I think it's his first divorce, and they were asking him that is he going to give his ex-wife, a particular amount of money, and he said that no, he's not going to give that amount of money to it because he worked. Yes, it's true. There are some rules in Europe that I think I do. Although I know it favors women, but I think it's not fair. It's not fair because the reason why I'm saying that is because most women are also taking advantage of that. They are using that to their advantage. They'll go and marry the rich man, and then about 3 months later, they file for divorce, and then they take half of the man's hard-earned money that he have earned since he maybe he met this woman maybe 2 years ago. Money that he have worked for about 20 years, then he's going to divide it with the woman. Like that is so unfair. It's so unfair. So this is like Larry, a man who tried to rape her. She defended herself by removing one of his eyes. She should have removed both two eyes. He went to jail for 10 years and he still blamed her. He's not taking accountability for his actions. And now when he comes back from jail, he's threatening Celine. So guys, this is where we end today. Please leave your thoughts and comments down below, and please like this video, and please give this video a comment. Guys, share this video with your loved ones. This can lighten someone's day today. So I'll see you again in another one, but until then, bye.